Now, one thing I've always wanted to do is lay my own flooring. So Doug the builder here reckons he can get me up to scratch in one day and that it's more simple than it looks. And I've got a summer house, although summer's officially over now, isn't it? So we're going to lay some flooring down here. Is there a time scale you can give per square metre for doing flooring?
Every floor type is different, every material is different, they all lay at different rates, but this is quick.
This is laminate, isn't it?
Yeah,
this is,
aquablock.
Aquablock laminate. And this one's from Howden's.
Yeah.
Is that somewhere that you normally get your flooring from?
I do use Howden's flooring quite a lot, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right, well, what's the first thing we have to do?
We'll measure up and get a damp proof in.
Okay, well, I've got a tape. Let's get going.
Obviously, you should have already done the measuring before buying the flooring, but always allow for a 10% waste as you don't want to run out once you're in the zone. Best to measure by square metre, as that's the system mainly used by the floorboard manufacturers. The boards need to sit in the room for 4 to 7 days before fitting to acclimatise to the temperature and moisture level of the room. Next up, you want to measure the damp-proof membrane. This stops any moisture from coming up through the floor. Allow 100 mm excess to go up the walls. Lay it in place so there's a bit of overspill up the sides and then cut accordingly. Next up is the underlay. You can tape the underlay to hold it in place with masking tape so they don't overlap and move when you lay the boards, but this isn't always necessary. As an amateur, it probably makes sense to do this to make life easier though. When laying the boards, you need a 10 to 15 mm space around the edges to allow for expansion. Half the battle is starting in the right place, so you don't have too much wastage. It's best to start at the back of the room. Using a sliding bevel will help you to get the angles right. Generally, the off-cut of the end board then starts the next row. You might want to use a jigsaw to cut the boards to size and shape. Always use goggles when doing this, as it tends to throw up shards of laminate. If you haven't got a jigsaw, you can just use a handsaw. It's really important to get the first row right, as this puts you in good stead for the rest of the room. Get this wrong and the whole lot will be wrong. You measure the bit you're going to be fitting into the previously fitted board to know where to cut. If you were doing this properly and thoroughly, you'd have removed the skirting board first. Of course, that isn't always possible, as old skirtings with decades of paint aren't keen to come away cleanly, in which case you need scotia to give a neat finish around the edges. If you're going to paint the scotia, you may want to mask the edges before you fit it. You fix the scotia into the wall, not into the floorboards themselves. You can either pin it with hand pins or a gun if you have one. Paint the scotia, remove the masking tape and do a celebratory dance, preferably without tap shoes on.
Doug the builder, you've changed your shirt, why is that?
I've been working in your greenhouse all day.
It's a summer house, actually.
Sorry.
No, it did take slightly longer than anticipated. Why is that?
Angles and somebody pointing the camera in my face every 5 minutes.
That is showbiz.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is worth bearing in mind that actually you wouldn't normally have this many angles in your home. Hopefully it would be a bit more square, but the more angles, the longer it's going to take. Yeah. But I'm really pleased with it. You did say you think that I could do this by the end of the day, and I actually feel quite confident that I could as well.
You're getting very good. On the payroll.
Thank you, Van. That time too. Well, thank you very much, Doug the Builder. It looks great.
You're welcome.
And we'll see you next time.